Joe Pack Joe says, wasn't CV behind Stokes on the depth chart? He was, and as many people have pointed out here, Stokes having his best career season here, best season of his career, I should say, out with the Las Vegas Raiders. So change the scenery, change the scheme, could be the case. I know this, he had to learn at least two different defenses, maybe three. It was just two, right? Joe Barry, I think that was his first year, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to learn Joe Barry's, and they tried to get him acclimated, obviously, to Jeff Hafley's last season as well, right?
And he's probably, for the first time in a long time, feeling 100%. I mean, let's not forget the guy was basically in a wheelchair for a while.
That's a great point.
Recovering from a bad injury. So, yeah.
Forgot all about that for sure. So Carrington Valentine, 79.4. I think we got us a solid corner for the future there. Xavier McKinney, 67.5. His grade is becoming way more consistent. So you're seeing they're coming around on him for whatever reason. Javon Bullard, 66.9, man. Not bad, right? When you look at what he's done on the year now, he's up to a 63.1, right? He started the season 44, 61, 47, 58, 71, 73, 69, 64, 66.
Yep. And for the fifth week in a row, coverage grade holding pretty steady.
Absolutely.
That was something we've always paid attention with him, is the coverage grade, and we haven't seen any sub 60 coverage grades in a while.
Yeah, it's a great point. So again, on his career, 2024's rookie season, 54, he's now jumped to a 63. So that's good news. Maybe we did hit on Bullard. I know we were a little bit worried about that. And I do kind of, I try to give my opinion whether I think the grades agree with what I'm seeing on tape. I kind of feel like this is a fair assessment of what Javon Bullard's done this year. Emilio, do you agree with that? Do you think they're being too hard, too easy on Bull here?
No, I think Bull's making those progressive steps, getting better. I do think, I always had faith the other day of that clip of him at the back of the end zone when he was in Georgia and he hit the Florida player. Dude can bring the thunder. And just having him out there on the field with that kind of intensity, that kind of will and play, we need it. And I'm happy that they've given him the shot, finally let his feet just settle in at slot corner, do your thing. And he's getting, I think, a perfect amount of reps. Yeah, he played, his best game was the 61 snaps, but the other ones right around 40 snaps, keep him out there. He's still playing, some of the special teams, and he's got to be out there because he's physical. So I'm super happy with Bull. I think they're giving him a decent grade. Just keep being consistent as you're climbing into December.
Yeah, definitely. The December to remember. Alexis,
absolutely.
Sponsor the show. Micah Parsons, 64.5. That changed dramatically from last night, which I kind of agree with. The run defense grade is a 45.4, but of course, Micah pointed out, hey, well, look at what the run defense did, right? Katano Ladapo only one snap. Zane Anderson only one snap. Kingsley Nibari, 33 snaps, 59.7. Keyshawn Nixon, 57.5. I felt like Key played pretty good.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too. I definitely thought he stepped up compared to last week's performance. I thought K9 had a great game. I don't get the low grade.
They had him at 67.8 last night, but his coverage grade was also a 63.5. So it looks like they didn't like his coverage a little bit.
Got it. After watching it. Carl Brooks, 57. Colby Wooden, 54. Quay Walker, Tim, you have the floor, sir, 53, which, by the way, 79 run defense grade, 80 tackle grade, 55 pass rush, but I don't even know how many pass rush. Only 2 pass rush snaps, so just kind of throw that out the window.
Right.
Coverage grade of 31.6 when their passing game couldn't do jack squat. What the hell happened there?
Yeah, there's really, I'm with Jen Wright in the chat too. She talked about Evan Williams being as low as he is on this chart. And
right.
I agree. Right. I think Quay and Evan being down there is really Edrin Cooper for that matter. Seems a little low. Seems like an indictment on PFF. I don't know what they're seeing or how they're seeing it.
No. I just pulled up his coverage so PFF has him for 5 targets, 5 receptions, 100% receiving, 67 yards, 13.4 a catch, 57 yards after the catch, and a long of 41. So they must have put Saquon's on Quay. If that's a long of 41, so they gave him a passer rating of 118.8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's my assumption right now.
Got it. J. Cole says, how the hell did the defense grade out this bad? Now I know a pizza delivery driver graded this game. That cracked me up when J.J. Watt. That was J.J. Watt that broke that news, right? When he said, I think he said he had to take an Uber from the airport to a game or something. He said, and the guy said, oh, yeah, I work for PFF. I actually grade some of the game. an Uber driver is grading the tape. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Oh, man.
Yeah, they're losing credibility by the day. It feels like, man, it really does. And again, that's not
the guy.
Devontae Wyatt. I felt like had a good game. What the hell
All right.
happened here? 33.
What I won't understand is we've seen plenty of times where you can have like a missed tackle, or you can, have a fumble or something, and it'll just tank your PFF grade, right? But then you get Edrin Cooper with, a beautiful ball king punch out to create a turnover, and it looks like it doesn't impact his grade at all. It just doesn't seem consistent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So
yeah, Devontae Wyatt last night was a 70.2. They dropped him all the way down to a 33.
So think about this. Hold up a minute, Emilio. So I'm assuming, and I don't work for PFF, obviously, nor do I play a PFF employee on TV. I'm assuming that at the end of the game, whoever graded the tape first said, here's my grade for it, right? And they said they had a what?
They had, for Devontae Wyatt, a 70.2, 75 run defense, 70.3 tackling, 63 pass rush, 60 coverage.
And then they went back and I guess watched the tape again and went, oh, no, boys, we had that really, really bad. 33.6. What did you see on tape?
That dropped him 40.
That's insane, dude. That's insane. If they were smart, they would stop doing the prelim grades because it makes them look like absolute jackasses. It really does, man. So,
yeah.
All right. There's your defense. Anything else you guys want to hit on defense? Is there any other player here that you want to highlight, talk about, anything at all? Anybody stick out to you here?
No.
Keyshawn. I'm going to bring up Keyshawn again. Our corners have been getting a lot of heat. And, as great as CV played, I thought that Keyshawn played some really good snaps for us last night. I remember screaming for K9 more than one time in those stands last night. A couple nice PBUs and, what's his tackle grade? Yeah, 79 tackle grade, tackling well. I thought it was a good bounce back game for Keyshawn.
I agree. I thought he looked aggressive. I thought he played pretty well. Now, that 3rd and long that he gave up, it's a tough look, right? He's got to play that leverage and not get beat over the top, and they just get hit. That felt like more of a bad call than anything Keyshawn did because he's got to flip his hips. You can't let Devonta Smith run right by you there, right? So you're kind of on an island out there, and I'll have to go back and watch the end zone cam and see if they fired a blitz there because that's what happened, getting Carrington out there in space, obviously with Saquon Barkley later on. So 2-0 for this says PFF equals pounding freaking Fenty. So there you go. Probably makes a lot of sense. So you guys, let us know if you're watching this video back later. Let us know in the comments what you think about the defensive PFF grades. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Is there a player you thought played well that graded out low and vice versa? Let us know in the comments. And also hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future. We please appreciate y'all hanging out with us. All right, let's move over to the offensive side of the ball. This one I expected to be bad, and it actually wasn't that bad, was it, boys, if I remember correctly? So if we go in here against the Eagles, again, the offensive grade was a 63.4, graded out higher than the defense, which will never make any sense to me with how the game actually played out. And now let's go to the offense. Leading the way, you've got – get that just right there. Zach Tom, a 72.0, played really, really good football there. Rasheed Walker, 71.2. That's a pleasant surprise, right? Dontavion Wicks, who many people were trying to rake over the coals, 69.4, 3rd and Wicks. Hey, my man, dude, to me, you've seen glimpses last night of rookie year Dontavion Wicks. Yeah. Do you guys agree with that, or am I being too nice for
I agree with that 100%. And he looked to be moving pretty well. Hopefully that calf issue is behind him now. But I thought he looked damn good last night. I really do.
Yeah, same. I think that he's kind of making a little bit of a turn uphill, and I think that it's working out for him. I think that his hands have gotten a little bit better, getting a little bit more confidence with it. We got to meet Mama Wicks and everything, and it was just a rough season for him last year. So getting him back on track, you can see the emotion in those out routes. His hands were the only thing that was getting us first downs for a minute there. We needed him. Yep. I'm glad that it's turning up for him because we're going to need that in this wide receiver room.
Got it. Is that real, Mandy? Mandy, we got breaking news here. Look at my wife bringing in the breaking news right here. Give me some breaking news, Tim.
Got it. On the spot.
Lambo Leapers on Instagram. Pretty legit. Are they legit? Does anybody know? Let us know. Because you got to be careful with this stuff.
Who?
People creating these fake stories. I thought Lambo Leapers, I've seen their stuff and they don't just post random stuff. Jair Alexander stepping away from football to focus on mental and physical health. Y'all heard about that? No? Anybody heard anything on that?
Yeah, I did see. I think Ari Mirov tweeted that too.
So what does that mean? That's not retiring, correct?
That scares me. Anytime I see a player stepping away from mental health, obviously you think about what just happened with Marshawn Nealon and these guys, and obviously the beating that they take. That I love Jair Alexander, man. He'll always be a Packer to me. Hopefully, everything.
Ari said Jair Alexander has informed the team he's stepping away from football to focus on getting himself right physically and mentally, per Jay Glazer.
Okay. So hopefully there's nothing too serious there, man.
We know Ja's a meditator and does the yoga and stretching practices. I've witnessed that during his time here in Green Bay, being one of the first guys on the field during camp and practices, trying to meditate, get his head right. We know that guy's been through a ton of injuries in his career, some that have refused to leave him alone. So yeah, I'm with you. I respect that. And hopefully we get to see more of Ja. Always got a spot in my heart for sure. Hopefully he comes back and signs that 1-day contract someday. And
he definitely will. Yeah. And as Mandy pointed out, that it's obviously November is Mental Health Awareness Month, right? So maybe that got him, thinking like, all right, like I really need to step back. Maybe he wasn't in a good play. Again, I'm always going to err on the side of caution for that stuff, because it just worries the hell out of me, man. These players that Marshawn Nealon stuff, was he 24 years old, 25 years old?
Yep.
It's so sad, dude. It's so sad. So, all right. Moving along here. You guys take over for a minute if you don't care. Hit these for me real quick, okay? Let's just have a conversation about these offensive grades. Y'all can see them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, do that for me real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, Tim. Number 1, Zach Tom, 72 flat with a 76.8 pass blocking, 64.3 run blocking. Just a dog.
Mr. Reliability.
Absolute stud. Playing against you got Bond floating up there. You got Graham out there switching around. And who'd they? Phillips, right, from Miami. So you got a couple of guys out there. And I really never saw a problem with Zach Tom. I think really the issue of the pressure was up the middle, which we knew was going to be coming from Jalen Carter and the big guys up front over there. So,
yep, I agree.
Same
thing with Rashid too. Rashid had a pretty good game. Yeah. Feel good about our tackle play, but yeah, that interior is something we got to work on, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's a start for building a foundation. You got your corner set. The wall in the middle, man, we got some issues, but having our 2 tackles grayed out as the top 2 players, I absolutely love that. And Tay Wicks having a game. We were just talking about it. 69-4 for the PFF, 69-1 pass, and 44 snaps. That's big for him. I think, he was coming back from, was a calf injury, right? And I'm just glad that he got that time out there to get those reps in, and you had to lean on him.
Yeah, that was his biggest workload in a while, I think, in a game. There was no easing him back into the lineup. He went right out there to work, and like you said, 44 snaps. I love it.
Yeah, we need him, and the offense was not humming without him. It felt like Jordan Love top 4 with the 68-4, 72 pass. The fumble crushed his run grade. 46-4 is rough, and the untimely fumble. Clay was talking about it last night, Tim, saying that it was probably – he was asking me if it was the worst, mistake from the game. And I couldn't put it all on Jordan, but, man, that was a killer.
That was brutal. Yep.
Yeah. Took the wind right out of the crowd. Did you feel it after that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, things changed there big time.
And that's tough, man. And you had it rolling into half. You get everybody going out there and getting a refill on the daddy sodas and a couple nachos, a walking taco and curds, and they go in there with no points. I would have loved to get McManus in 3 right there. We would have had a different second half.
I agree. Absolutely. We got Bo Melton, or no, we're on Scoot, 67, 3 on offense, 67 pass grade. We talked about the helmet ball. He talked about the helmet ball. Mr. Double Duty, Bo Melton. You got to love Bo Melton, right? How do you not love a guy like this who's going to do whatever he can to help his football team? I mean, the guy is special teams. He's playing corner. He's playing receiver. I mean, does he bring the Gatorade and the bags after the game and like the towel laundry and stuff? Like, what does Bo Melton not do to try and help this team win football games? So really happy to see him up there grading in the 60s at least on this one.
It's kind of surprising to me too, because again, all we see is the drop, right? And I think he got targeted. I can't remember what his total targets were, but his catch to target wasn't good. But you're right, Tim. He's out there. He's healthy. He's doing everything he can to help the team win. But I just don't. I hate that we got ourselves in a spot where he had to play F last night. It really bothered me. I know we talked about that because it's not ideal, you know.
Yeah. But, no, Bo was just having a tough one. It was just not a great game for him, but also a great game at the same time. The fact that he was ready enough to play. Yeah, he had a couple mentals. The drop, the line up, wrong formation. But to have a guy that you could rely on, and that's what I was thinking of. He was our only flyer. What would have happened if we didn't have one? We talked about that a little bit last night. Who would have done that? What would Matt have done? I think, can his offense go to 5 wide? Can we spread it out, or what's your fallback plan if you don't have the flyer motion in the offense? I think that it's something that Matt needs to just kind of throw in the back of his head. Hey, we need to find a backup to the backup plan if something happens.
You got to. Yeah. What is that 79.7 to the right there, Emilio, for Bo Melton? What is that?
That would be run blocking.
He can block.
I tried to say that from the beginning, and Watson started it, but you get this out of those receivers. Yeah, that's it.
Emilio sees that 79.7 run blocking, and he goes.
They're bouncing off him. Come on now.
All right, moving along here. We've got Darian Kennard, only 4 snaps, 63.5 is what it is. Josh Jacobs, 50 snaps, 62.7 in the passing game at 81.8. I got to be honest, don't understand that. Running that wrong route. That was a crucial play. That was a crucial play at the end there. When he tries to turn to the right, knowing damn well he's supposed to cut out, everyone was expecting him to cut out. Love was expecting him to cut. It's like, what are we doing there? But again, that dude, you see that gash on his arm too? Like that. I mean, Jacobs was putting it all on the line. He scored the touchdown. He scored that touchdown by himself. Dude carried everybody into the end zone. But just hate that one crucial play there that he ran the kind of the wrong route. And again, that goes back to people trying to put it on Love, people trying to put it on LaFleur, people trying to put it just on it was everybody. It was everything on offense, just about everything that could go wrong in the worst time. It went wrong last night. So Sean Ryan, 61.1. They're showing him at left guard. Obviously, he played center for a good chunk of the night. The fact that he can play multiple positions, they come in there, guys, he graded out a 61.1. Elton Jenkins a 59.8. His pass blocking grade is 77.6, but his run blocking grade of 54.1. Somebody help me out here real quick, if y'all could. Math ain't math. So Sean Ryan and Elton Jenkins neither had penalties, so we can throw that out the window, right? Sean Ryan had a 77.6 PFF grade in pass blocking, okay? He had a 54 in run blocking. So his pass blocking was worse than Elton Jenkins at a 79.9, right? And his run blocking was worse than Elton Jenkins at a 55.2. However, his overall grade was higher than Elton Jenkins. Someone help me with that.
More snaps, maybe. They account the 41 to 27 snaps. I don't know.
For signing his name to the paper.
I'm reaching. I don't know. We'll have to call up Domino's and see what the pizza delivery guy says,
I'm genuinely
asking. Free, Tim.
Does that make sense to you at all? Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you at all? Like, what am I missing?
No. But I mean, 10th grade algebra, that's when we stopped paying attention, right? So, I mean, they didn't get to pre-calc and all that. I'll pass on that. I'm only worried about the board numbers.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. Really strange. But again, watching the tape, watching the game live, I felt like Sean Ryan looked just as good as Elton. I don't know if that'll be the same thing in the future, but I felt pretty good about how he played. I'm really, really excited to see what he does at center. It feels like it's on par, and you're probably looking to bring Sean Ryan back next year if you can get him on a nice little cheap deal, because he's proven he can be a backup center now, right? That was a tough front. We talked about Jalen Carter. We didn't have him listed as a Tuesday player because he struggled here lately, but we said keep an eye on him because he has been a Tuesday player. Last night he played like a Tuesday player. What did he bat down 3 balls, Tim? Seemed like there was 3 different balls he batted down, at least 2, maybe 3.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right. And then Chris Brooks, 58.9, only 6 snaps. Savion Williams, only 6 snaps. Why, guys? What happened there? Somebody help me out. Why did Savion only play 6 snaps, but Bo Melton played 26? It's got to be that Savion can't play flyer. Is that what it is?
Doesn't know all the flyer plays. They're expecting him to be more of an X. I don't know. Let's see, whatever they need him to be, but they didn't trust him to be flyer. And like I said before, if that was Matthew Golden in all those plays, we would be having a heyday. I think Bo had six passes or 8 passes or something. If that was to Agent Zero,
right.
Happy.
Absolutely. I know this. Matthew Golden's catching that ball that Bo dropped. There's no doubt.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Now, would that be the difference in the game and they end up winning? I don't know. Like Tim said, it's Monday morning quarterbacking at this point, but it just definitely wasn't ideal for sure. So Luke Musgrave, 56.4. I got to be honest. From what I've seen from him, I didn't feel like he played bad. He caught all 3 passes thrown his way. I guess the 56th grade in the passing game, maybe they didn't like the way he ran his routes. I don't know, but I don't know how you guys feel about that. And that's the only other one that really kind of sticks out to me. Like, I felt like he should have graded out better than that.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I thought
I'm looking at the discrepancy between the run block grade and the pass block grade.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my tight end. We should be flipping those around, right? I want to be a run blocking menace, and I don't want you to have a better pass pro grade. But again, it's PFF, right? So
yeah, and that would be Luke's 3rd best run blocking game, which isn't terrible. His best was a 67.9, but his pass blocking grade, he's almost always in the 70s, 65, 70s the whole time. The offensive grade, I'm glad that for his first game, he caught it. He was catching everything that we threw to him. He was blocking pretty decent. He wasn't really out of there. I would have loved, like you said, go like Tucker did in that Washington game and lay out. I want you to be sprinting full tilt, Clay, hold B. You know what I mean? I need or zero. What is it? Your circle? Dive right through that thing, man, please.
Yeah, we got to get you over PlayStation, man. I can't believe you're playing around with that Xbox. It's unbelievable.
I didn't pass geometry, Clay. I could never do PlayStation.
Don't you remember the Chappelle show? Japan sending PlayStations. That's the best line ever. All right, so there you go, Luke Musgrave. I'm eager to see how he does the rest of the year, man. Got some big shoes to fill, and again, we've seen it. First game last night, he's going to catch what's catchable. He's going to get open just as good as Tucker does. He's not going to be able to run through human beings like Tucker does, though. It's just not going to happen. So, and then of course, Aaron Banks, big talking point today, 43.2. No, man. At some point, we got to get to the point where we're going, okay, yeah, probably missed on this one, right? I mean, it was last week at 86.1. We got excited. Actually, the last 3 weeks, not bad, but now we're back to a 43.2 and arguably the most important game of the season. He does seem to be healthy now, though, right? Although last game only 9 snaps, but this game he made it the whole way, all right? How do y'all feel about Aaron Banks? How would y'all handle this situation?
I wanted him to be healthy for the full game. That was my first thing that I wanted from him. That was a check. Okay, all right, next game, yeah, I need you to be full health and your play needs to improve. That's kind of like it may be not all, it's not going to all come at once. I think he's got to build up to it, but yeah, he does need to, kind of step that up.
Gotcha. I'm going to get those super chats in just a second because I think we see some defensive comments there. We'll wrap up the offensive PFF grades. Any super chats you got, fire them off, and we'll get those as we wrap up the show. I apologize. So, Tim, you got anything to add to Aaron Banks there? Do you think this is a failed attempt at a free agent signing, or you think we need to pump the brakes, man?
Yes. Yes. Right. I do think that, looking at it right now, it does kind of give off that vibe that it was a swing and a miss. But we got, 8 games of football left here. To Emilio's point, we, these last couple of weeks, we've kind of gotten to get a little bit of glimpses of what him playing, more than 50, 60 snaps a game looks like. And, let's just hope last night was a fluke and, we have a bounce back game against the Giants. But if we're wrapping up the year having these conversations about Banks, then I think the writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
And you should probably just, admit that you swung and missed,
Yeah, because my point, Tim, is like at this point in the season, what are our other options?
Yeah, your boy Glover's nowhere to be found.
Glover
ain't walking through that door, Emilio.
He's not coming through that door, guys, to save us. All right, so we need to make this happen with what we've got out there. It's just got to be the case.
It feels like it was a lifetime ago that Coldplay incident happened, doesn't it?
It really does.
Oh man, unbelievable. All right. Anything else on the offensive PFF grades you guys want to hit on before we get to these super chats here?
No, I think we're
all right. Cool. All right. So let us know if you're watching this video back later. Let us know in the comments. What do you think about the offensive grades? Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Is there a player you would have graded higher? One maybe a little lower? How do you feel about the overall offensive performance in general? I know I feel like they got kind of a generous grade and the defense got graded way too harshly there, but we want to hear what you guys think in the comment. Make sure you hit subscribe, click that bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future. Let's get to these super chats and we'll wrap this big bear up. Godsmack AR69, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. He says the defense played championship caliber football last night. Completely agree. Regardless of what they say at Poop Football Focus. I love the comb over the poop emojis got there.
Yeah.
Now we just have to put out the offensive tire fire before it burns up the season, man. I can't disagree with that, man. That's kind of what it feels like, right? That is what it feels like for sure. So, what do y'all think about Godsmack's comment here? Again, that's the positive out of last night. I agree with him. I'm like, this defense can win you a Super Bowl. They can.
Yeah. And that's what complimentary football is, right? You want your defense playing their best ball. You want your offense playing their best ball. We've seen it time and time again in this league that teams have the opposite problem. They got a team that can score 100 points a game, and then their defense can't stop a runny nose. So you're always going to want to achieve that balance going back and forth. But I agree with Godsmack's comment here for sure. And I don't know if the offensive line is completely a tire fire, but it smells like burnt rubber right now, and it's starting to resemble it. Hopefully, Sean Ryan is a good solution for us at center here, at least in the short term, these next few weeks, because we don't have any more games that we can be dropping here, especially going on the road here.
Yep. Yeah. No, exactly. Hopefully the brakes unlocked him, right? And the tire stops squealing and stops overheating. I think that we can do that with this offense. Matt, Jordan, everybody needs to just sort of get on the same page, figure out what they need to do, make the adjustments, and just move forward. Can't go back right now. And I think to Godsmack's point, the defense played killer. There was 0-0 at halftime. The only other team that didn't score at half this week was the Bills. And Miami beat the Bills. Now, where would you be if Miami just fired their GM, right? So what if, a team comes in, fires their GM, and you're supposed to beat them in your division, no problem, and boom, you get beat by 2 scores when they were two score favorites. Like the Bills have issues right now. There's other things going on in this league that aren't just, Packers issues. I think that we're in good shape compared to half of those teams. Yeah. And we need to just keep moving.
Great point here by J. Cole. You guys know Eagles fans are upset about their offense too.
Right, exactly.
Great point.
Yeah. And the ones that are in the mentions, I just love going, how did y'all only score 10 points? What the hell happened there, man?
Exactly.
Especially with your defense stopping us so handily, right? So thank you for the super chat, guys. Matt, appreciate you, buddy. Michael Zimmerman with the super chat says, don't know if I should say thank you for the fact I am watching more tape. My wife might disagree. Musgrave will improve. Flex emoji. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're all in trouble with the wives, Michael. We're all watching too much tape right now. That's just a fact. Maybe Emilio's not. He's over he was making the sausage soup the other time. I would never forget that. If you guys were wondering what I mean by the sausage soup, if you were watching live, you know what I'm talking about. Emilio, what are you doing? We were making some soup. What are you putting in the soup tonight? I'm thinking, oh, dude, we're throwing chili beans, we're throwing hamburger meat, we got these spices, that veggie, blah, blah. He said, well, we got some sausage.
there was carrots and onions and garlic, and I would just, like I said, all I did was cook the sausage, and then it was taken over from there.
Like I said, I imagine a boiling pot of hot water with a little salt and pepper and sausage floating around. That's the soup tonight. God, that's disgusting. Yeah, I completely agree, Michael. I think Musgrave will improve the more snaps he gets. I think you're going to see a couple games that remind you of Tucker Kraft a little bit, where he gets loose in the open field with them scheming him open. And again, we just can't. We got to be realistic and not expect him to do what Tucker does, doing grown ass man things, running through tackles.
This is going to be so beneficial for him going into next year, though. I know that's like looking ahead, but having these reps and getting that playing time as number one, moving forward for when you get Tuck back, and they both had number one reps, they both know what it takes, and they both work together. It's not like they're not the ones sitting in the room going through the tape when everybody else is leaving out of the building. So they're willing to put in the work. Imagine both of them having number one reps and being ready to go.
Yeah. And Tucker Kraft, Tim, he's Musgrave's biggest fan right now, dude. They love each other. Those are like two brothers there, man. Yeah,
for sure. And that's what we know. We've talked about this over and over again with this locker room. This Packers locker room is full of guys like that are playing for each other. You build that bond with guys in your position room a lot of times, right? The receivers tend to hang with the receivers and the secondary and, those guys. But, the tight end room on any NFL team is I'm sure that's a tight knit group, right? And you really love to see it though. And we know, throughout this rehab process that Tucker's going to be going through, I would anticipate he's going to be here every step of the way that he's able to be with this team as we grind out the rest of this season.
Yeah, definitely. So, Michael, thank you for the super chat, bud. We appreciate you. Let's hit these real quick. We got a couple more minutes. These are from the Patreon group. If you guys want to have access to this, now we're back to the circles. What the hell's going on with this website? This is unbelievable. You're seeing this? What is this?
They're professional.
There we go. All right. It's just crazy, man, that StreamYard continues to change this stuff. And I know y'all love it when I just randomly rant about this stuff live on the air. But patreon.com/PackerFan Total Access. These work just like super chats, and it just gets you guys involved in the conversation as well. Appreciate everybody that's joined over there. The LVN card tomorrow, I promise. I made a note, forgot about it. We're going to be doing the LVN rookie autograph card giveaway tomorrow. If you're a member of the Patreon group, $3, get you access to everything, and we'll put your name on the wheel as well for that, just a way for us to give back to those who are supporting the channel. Rodney Jens in the questions for the show says, Clayton, Mike Wall claims because of the current player contracts, there isn't time to work on fundamentals much. Coaches are more concerned with installing the plays. It's up to the players to do their own part and work on themselves physically and technique-wise. There just isn't time in practice to work on fundamentals anymore. Maybe during preseason, but not during the regular season. That being said, our offensive line really needs to get back to the fundamentals. So it sounds like Mike Wall is, it's
talking about the CBA.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
He's talking about the CBA, right? Yeah. And it was a little bit different when Mike Wall played.
Oh, absolutely, man. I remember asking him that one time, too, on the show. I said, do they not work on this stuff? He said, Clayton, when do they got time? They're not allowed to practice anymore.
Two-a-days? What the heck is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Those don't exist.
Yeah. Rodney Jens goes on to say, I'm tired of hearing people blame it on LaFleur. He can call a play, but the player has to run it. LaFleur isn't doing the blocking. He isn't running the routes nor catching the ball. He can only tell them what to do. They have to do it. As I say that, can we please scrap the jet sweep to Savion? It just isn't working at all. I think everybody here pretty much agrees with that, right? Or does anybody want more cowbell, aka more jet sweep from Savion?
Negative.
One a game, I'm okay with.
Yeah, once in a while, right? He might turn one. You never know.
Hey,
he might just stop and hum that tater down the field. Don't forget, Savion's got an arm too.
You got to be honest, because at some point it could break, and then everyone's going to be like, wow, Matt LaFleur, what a genius on the play call.
Yeah, genius.
And then again, okay, then you start running him on that jet sweep, snap it, fake the pump, and he runs a wheel route.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because you could do the fake pop pass, the fake touch pass, fake handoff, everybody bites, the wheel's leaking out. I got you. Now you got to have time for that to develop.
Oh, yeah.
That's part of it too, right? So, yeah, Rodney, I think we all agree with you, man. Appreciate you. And then Cheesehead Murph on the Mount Rushmore PTA
Mount Rushmore member.
He said, I'm tired of the LaFleur hate. My biggest gripe is our execution and focus as an entire team. We aren't showing up together in all three phases. It's 2/3 or 1/3. Hasn't been all three since the 2023 playoffs against the Cowboys. Might be exaggerating a little bit. Smiling emoji. Go Pack, go. Let's get back on track. I think that's a very, very good point. When was the last time we had a game where everything clicked? People will probably say Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago. However, we forget that first half in Pittsburgh. Things weren't clicking in that first half, right? And again, it was the Tucker Craft, in my opinion only, the bad throw by Love, the bad decision to throw to Kraft. It just so happened it worked out, and that sparked everything. That was
we were down 16-7 at that time, I'm saying.
Yeah. So, probably can't even count that game as a game where everything's really clicked, right? So, I think Murph makes a great point. When it does click, probably going to go on that kind of run like you did see in the second half of 2023. What do y'all think about that?
I agree. I think Murph's absolutely spot on, for sure.
The hell is
I think Murph is spot on with it, absolutely.
Thanks, Murph. Appreciate you. Amelia, you want to explain this?
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. I don't know. Everyone was just saying they were tired, so I thought I'd just add right to it. I'm tired of the Matt LaFleur slander as well. Let's get into December and see what he does. If he starts losing in December, we can talk.
What are they doing, though? Are they burying bodies?
You've never watched Holes, Clayton?
Holes?
Holes. Holes.
I don't watch Cinemax after midnight, Amelia.
Only before midnight.
Is Cinemax still a thing? Cinemax, it's not, is it?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Kid.
Oh, man.
So, anyway. Yeah, no, I've never seen it. Holes,
yeah.
Okay.
The grandpa's out there telling this little girl to dig. She said, "I'm tired of this, Grandpa." He goes, "Well, that's too damn bad. You keep digging." You need to watch it. You just got to know. Mandy's probably seen it.
I'll see if Mandy will approve of a show called Holes that I can watch. It's a Disney movie, Clay. J. Cole says, "My bad." Okay. Is it really a Disney movie?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Now I feel like a creeper. All right. Tim, have you seen Holes?
No.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm just I guess it's because I'm the younger generation there. But yeah, you climb to the top of the mountain. Yeah, you got to see this, Clay. It's a good movie.
Coach Lynn said, "This show, you know what?" Donovan Schilling says, "I'd put money on that she knows what it is, Clay." She does. She is an old school Disney fan. Like, she watches a lot of Disney stuff. Big Disney fan. So,
oh boy,
now it's getting off the rails.
Yeah, Chad's gonna get off the rails real quick.
I love that Jen Wright and Jerry are kind of the two ladies that hang out and watch the show. I love that Jen Wright laughs more than the guys at you. Just a weird comment. She just thinks it's hilarious. She's in here with the boys hanging out. So Jerry's probably rolling her eyes going, "Yeah, this show sucks. I'm done for the night." So,
yeah, right.
There you go. But again, thanks to everybody in the Patreon group as well. Parting thoughts, gents. Let's get out of here. I'm glad that we can get on here after a tough loss and just cut up, have a good time, talk about what's going on, and not be at each other's throats and still have a good laugh and enjoy the game of football, man, for sure.
Amen to that.
Needed it.
Salute to service. Happy Veterans Day to our veterans out there. Absolutely. Thank you for your service. We got some veterans in the PTA posse. We appreciate your service. Yeah. RIP shout out to Trucker John, a veteran, United States Army. Thank you for your service, and salute to the veterans today for sure.
Amen. Very well said, Tim. Very well said. Emilio, anything?
Can't follow that up, man. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate the service members, and thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We're out of here, gang. Appreciate everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Definitely 6 p.m. Central for PTA Live. Probably going to be another day or two before Chalk Talk's ready. We'll do the LVN giveaway tomorrow night, and we'll continue to dive into everything Packers, any information that comes in. I guess tomorrow being Wednesday, we'll get the first injury report. That's a quick turnaround, right, boys? So get the first injury report. See if we're getting healthy or not. Hopefully we get good news on that injury report, and then we get ready for the Giants, which that's going to be a tough one too, man. There's not going to be any games on this schedule. It's going to be easy, boys. It's the NFL, man, which stands for not for long if you start overlooking opponents. I don't think Matt LaFleur is overlooking anybody. I don't think this team's overlooking anybody. I think that everybody's got tape on each other. Everybody's at the top of their game. The New York Giants are going to be looking to play for their interim coach, and also those players on that team, they're playing for their contracts. They're going, I don't care who's the coach. I want to make sure I get paid. You're going to get their best for sure. So you just got to go out there and figure out a way to win that game and stay in the playoff hunt. It's going to be a fun finish, man. It is. We're getting into cold weather football. Tim knows all about it. He's still trying to thaw out up there from last night. So, Tim, I want to say this too as we wrap up. Thank you and every other fan that was in that stadium. We heard you on that telecast. You guys were loud. You were rowdy. The Philadelphia Eagles struggled on offense. One of the reasons was because how loud it was. How many times did we see them struggle to get the ball snapped and this and that? You guys showed up and showed out. So thank y'all so much for braving the cold and wearing that G with pride for sure. So
always green and gold till I'm dead and cold.
Yep.
I ain't dead. I was just cold.
There you go. That's a mic drop moment. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that like, hit subscribe, click the bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future. Appreciate you, Bates, and everybody else, man. Semper Fi there, man. Thank you so much for everything you've done for our country as well. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great night.
Here we go. We're out.
Bye, guys.